While Season of Discoveries incursions are pretty good for gold, but a few weeks ago they did get nerfed in a very interesting way, and I want to talk about it, how that nerf works, which incursions and quests you should do, and how you can decide which runs you should do. Subscribe to the channel from content this, go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me, and let's get into it. So, I usually do incursions on Paralysis as they're pretty fast and they're pretty easy. But there are essentially 6 types of incursion quests in any of them. You have defeat the enemies, you have defeat the bosses, you have collect the intelligence from the stealth NPCs, you have collect the items for very specific places, you have rescue the NPCs, and you have collect specific gathering items from mining, leatherworking, and herbalism. Each of these different types gives you a different type of amount of money and experience. And the more time they take, they give you more. But sometimes that doesn't mean that it'll be worth doing those quests in the first place. For example, the intelligence ones, they take very, very little time, but they give you only 19 silver. The intelligence ones. But the item ones, wait, I don't have any item ones? Oh no. Well, the item ones give you more money, okay? The item ones give you more money. They give you around 3 gold and 25 silver. This is the defeat ones, but it's more or less gives you the same, right? The rescue ones also give you a lot of money, and defeat the bosses and defeat the enemies also give you a lot of money. The same goes for the gathering ones, but they took a bit longer, right? Actually, no, the gathering ones don't give you that much. It's kind of bad, actually. Forget it. I thought they give you a lot, but they don't. So, what you really should be focusing on is doing the killing the bosses, killing the enemies, getting the rescues, the escorts, and the specific items from the specific places. The intelligence don't matter too much. That being said, the defeat the enemies takes a long time, and the same goes for the bosses. So for those ones, I would heavily recommend for you guys to, if you see one of the bosses that is being killed and is cast low health or whatever, go in there and kill it, right? Go in there and kill it. But don't start. I think it's really worth to start it. If you see a lot of people around you, yeah, sure, you can, but it will take you a good amount of time to killing them, right? For the defeats, I would definitely not concentrate on doing them, as they will be. There's no real reason, because they take a long time to do. But, very important, you will probably, by the nature of how incursions work, you will end up doing some of them sometimes, right? Because you're gonna have to, clear the way sometimes to kill some enemies. So just go in there, do them very slowly. Eventually, you'll complete them, and then you're good, right? You would think that the intelligence ones are not worth doing, but honestly, even though, yes, they do give you very, very low amount of gold, they usually are very close together to the other missions, so might as well you can do them. It's 19 silver anyways, and it'll give you another mission for the next run. And the more missions you get, the better chance of the good ones to appear to you, right? You ideally, of course, want to do this all in a group. That way you can get all the quests for everyone, but you could actually just do the very easy ones by yourself. You could just go run around by yourself, do the intelligence, escorts, and what's the word? And items ones very easily, right? And even the bosses one, if you see that some people are killing them, because these incursions are usually pretty popular. Another thing that I would recommend is for you guys, if you haven't done the escorts and you're missing those and you cannot see the NPCs, is to actually go to the entrance of the incursion, right around this place when you're actually in the Emerald Dream, and just wait there. Because if someone brings the escort, regardless if it's in your group or not, if they deliver it, it will count for you as well. This is one of the reasons, I'm guessing, why there's so many people here AFK near the middle, because they know that someone will do the escort for them, and then they can just go back and deposit it and get free gold by just AFKing. Which, I mean, yeah, maybe it's not intended, but it is pretty good. So that's really, honestly, my big tips and tricks that I would recommend you guys to do. I would just recommend you to do, passively defeat the enemies. At at the same as the bosses, and I would concentrate on doing the rescues, the intelligence, and the items, the specific items that you get from that you need to get from like the dragon egg, right? Recover the dragon egg and all this other stuff, right? Those give you a lot of gold, and the only one that really doesn't give you a lot of gold are the intelligence ones. But as I said before, it's worth doing it just for the possibility of getting better quests later, and it's free gold anyways. It takes you like a second. But yeah, that's about it. Some people really don't like the incursions, and I kind of want to make a video about this later. But even though they do have certain things that are bad, and specifically I think the biggest problem was the fact that it was so good at the start kind of ruined it for everyone, because now everyone that just did incursions at the start of the game, they had a lot of gold, and everyone who didn't does, you know, they're like kind of trying to keep up with them, and that definitely sucks. But honestly, the implementation of the implementation of the quest and the sharing system is pretty bad, but the actual incursions, I think they're pretty good. It's just classic WoW in its glory, you know. You do quests, you get gold, you know. And I don't think, well, we'll see, maybe they will find a way to bottom, but they don't seem that bottable, specifically because there's so much PvP going on in them. And it also encourages PvP, which is kind of a very important part of classic WoW, so I don't really hate them that much. I don't. I do think it's pretty okay. And because of the fact that now the hard quests give you more gold than the very low, that the very easy quest, I think it incentivizes people to actually try and do the hard quests as well. They probably should make it so that defeat X amount of enemies quest. They should 100% give you more gold from those ones, because they take so much longer. Same with the bosses. But I think it's okay to make the ones with the items, you know, a bit more, you need a bit more, you get a bit more gold from those. Definitely tell me, because I know that there's a lot of controversy about this, in the comments down below if you think I'm wrong about this. But I do think, and I want to make a huge video about this, I do think that a lot of people kind of feel very incentivized in WoW Classic to buy gold, just because of the amount of consumes you have to buy, because of the amount of gold that you have to have. And sure, there's a lot of ways of getting gold, but most people don't know them, right? And incursions are such an easy, intuitive way of getting gold that is, you know, pretty easy. I think it's way better to just go and do some incursions than, you know, swipe the card and go to an illegal RMT website and buy gold. And I hope that this helps with that, because Classic WoW is very fun, and the most important part of Classic WoW is that the game is, you know, meaningful, and everything you get in the game is meaningful, and the fact that you can buy gold really messes up with that, and I hope that doesn't happen anymore. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Go to my twitch.tv/JarensWest to watch me. Usually play Guild Wars 2, but we can talk about WoW Classic anyways. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye-bye.